有冇做過一啲嘢曾經令到你好後悔？
多謝你咁遠水路入嚟元朗揾我，兄弟。
我諗下，我兩兄弟其實都經歷咗好多嘢。
由幾時計先？
中學嗰陣。
係咩？
Hi, I'm Sophia Jessica, and this is Angel, and welcome to the fan carpet.
Good morning, Adam. How are you?
Good, Mark. Nice to meet you.
You too. How's it going?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I mean, it's a bit hectic today, but it's been very productive.
All right, cool. Well, it's good to meet you. I spoke to Bizan yesterday. Wonderful man. So I'll just jump straight in. If we go back to the beginning, was there a defining moment for you to get into the industry?
Well, I started off not wanting to do modeling or acting. Modeling is where I started. But I think as time went on, my original profession, which was object design or interior design, didn't kind of quite work out for me. And I needed some work. And, you know, these jobs come every so often. And I just I knew a friend who was in the industry. He was a designer. And he kind of said, why don't you try it out? And the thought of it kind of scared me in the beginning because I'd seen Zoolander too many times. And I'm like, I don't want that. Not doing that. But then, no, I got into it and it was solid work. I mean, obviously not all the time, but when it comes, you get really, really busy. And I kind of grew to like that because the amount of time that you put in, you kind of get, you know, quite an okay reward. But obviously, you know, that reward might not be able to land another one for like another 6 months or even a year. So I just grew to like that lifestyle and wanted to do it more from an acting like kind of character, as a profession. I wanted to improve my craft, so I started taking classes, and eventually, very luckily, got into my company now, Mandarin Motion Pictures, and the rest is history. Really, really, really lucky, really grateful for this career path.
That's awesome. Zoolander, yeah, that fond memories of that film. I like Ben Stiller. I think he's brilliant.
Owen Wilson's great too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I love watching both of their careers. It's just great. Yeah. So what can you tell us about Tape and why and what it was about this story that made you want to tell it?
I think I was like flabbergasted. I didn't ever think I would have an opportunity to remake such a great film for me. Like I didn't even know it was a stage shoot, like a big, you know, theatrical thing either. I just saw Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman back in the day. It was Pulp Fiction. Ethan Hawke was, what was it? Before Sunrise. And Robert Leonard, which was House, but I think that was later. No, he was in Dead Poet Society. So I'd seen that, and I'd recognized everyone on the poster, and the story kind of intrigued me. You know, discover, deceit, lies, drama, thriller. So I watched it, and it just amazed me for a story to be told in one very small room by 3 people who constantly change. That's a challenge for any actor, and for Bishan to like come to me because during the time it was COVID, so there wasn't any casting. It was just all Zoom, Zoom casting. He told me that he's doing this film. I couldn't believe him. He told me it was a passion project. So obviously there's not a lot of, you know what passion project means. And the script kind of got me, and the way they sold it, the way we're speaking up for those people who don't have a voice, and he's got a new take on it. I was in immediately. I was actually very fortunate for them to think that I could handle it because my Cantonese isn't as strong as everyone else's.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you found getting back into that dialect a bit of a challenge.
Well, because I grew up in Australia, so I would watch Cantonese films, but it wasn't something that I would imagine myself doing. In fact, I spent a lot of my time trying to avoid it for as long as I could. But then that's what happens in life. The particular thing that you want to avoid, you need to face full on, head on. And that's exactly what happened. I had to pick up the language when I came back here, started acting. And I'm glad I did. Because there was a lot of things that it's not just the language. There's a lot of things in the culture that you kind of give up if you don't know the language. And that is kind of my roots, because my parents, even though one of them's Mongolian and the other one's Shanghai, they did grow up here, so they do speak the language. And there's a lot of things that they would describe when I was young, and I'd be like, yeah, it's like they're talking about Disneyland. And I wanted to experience that for myself. And here I am. Now I've lived here longer than I lived in Australia. So it's been a very, very interesting journey so far.
Cool, excellent. All right, brilliant. So what does it mean for you to be a storyteller and tell stories in this way?
I love telling stories as an actor. I mean, when I was young, I used to watch a lot of the name's slipping my head right, man. It's like Basil Fawlty or Mr. Bean tell stories, and it was just amazing how they can just be just on screen or in front of an audience, and they can paint pictures of trees, birds, sweat. And I really liked how they use words to kind of paint pictures in your head. And I've always loved. I actually like drawing as well. That's why I wanted to be an interior designer or object designer. But to do it with words and to do it on screen with my canvas, which is my body, it's quite trippy. It's quite trippy, and never thought that I would get into this kind of work, but love it. I love every second of it, no matter how difficult it is.
Awesome. Awesome. So do you have any memories from filming tape that stand out to you? Something you won't forget, because obviously it's quite a heavy subject matter.
Okay, if you talk heavy subject matter, then I think the biggest thing was actually convincing someone to kind of admit that they had been violated in some way. Like I think conceptually, this is what I think it's amazing. Like for someone to be so obsessed with one thing for so many years. I think it was like 20 or 30 years, that he was, Amy was my girl. I mean, Wingston's girl, and she didn't want to do anything with me. But as soon as we broke up, she immediately kind of does it with John, and you just kind of want to know why. And I think I built the character around being heartbroken. That's my take on it. And when one is heartbroken, very few people get a chance to kind of ask those questions again. And that's why I think Wingston is totally obsessing when he's in that room. It's totally his fantasy. He's dripping, he's drooling, and he gets to relive a part of his life that a lot of people have already forgotten, even forcing them to relive a part of their life that they didn't want. I mean, John and Amy. So I think that conceptually, I really like doing that in this film.
Okay, awesome. And what was it like working alongside Selena, because she's obviously like quite well known?
Yeah, quite well known, not only in Hong Kong, Canada, Beijing now. I used to watch a lot of her when I was back in Australia, and she's a very pretty actress, and she's really got a acting down to an art. And to be on set with her, and she's kind of like I may be older than her, I'm not sure, but to have her kind of mentoring me, that's just amazing. It's amazing when actors kind of help you out on set, and she did a lot of that because her Cantonese, obviously, even though our background's kind of the same, where she had to learn Cantonese as well, but she's been here longer. She's been doing it for a lot longer than I have, and she helped me out with a lot of the script. She actually recorded all my lines for me, not just me, John's as well. So basically, the one actress, scriptwriter, kind of knew all the lines, everyone's lines, and that takes a lot of effort. And when someone does that, and they're part of your team, you gotta up your game. You gotta know your lines. You need to kind of work with the team, because otherwise you'd be dragging them back, and that's absolutely not what I wanted to do. Because it's a great story, and I was working with Selena and Kenny, all great actors, and Bishan, this director that kind of came all the way from England to restart the Hong Kong film engine. That's just so motivating to be a part of this team.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are you hoping audiences will take away from tape when they see it?
I think one of the biggest things that I want people to take home is that the fact that in life, it can be an open dialogue. Like if something happens to you and you obviously didn't want it to happen, it doesn't end there. You don't just, keep silent about it for the rest of your life. It doesn't it doesn't have to be like that. You can speak up about it. You can inquire. You can question. You can watch a film like Tape and learn about it, or you could, actually live it through life. I mean, I guess it's growing up and learning that you don't have to say, okay, that's what's happened. I need to accept that. And you can actually speak up. This happened to me. Why did it happen? Should it have happened? Or I think for me, the biggest thing is giving people advice. Maybe that's not the way it should be. Opening up new doors for people to accept that the pain they go through or the difficulties that they go through can be shared, and they don't have to live it out alone. That's one of the biggest things for this one.
Absolutely. So what does the future hold for Tape, and do you feel that there's more story to tell within this world?
For Tape, like you mean a Tape 2?
Yeah, Tape 2. Yeah.
I think bringing Tape to Asia is it kind of proves that once you have a good script, it will translate through any culture, it will translate through any language. Examples of that, I remember watching Ran, which is a Japanese film. Don't ask me the director or the scriptwriter at this point in time, but it was a Shakespearean one, and they basically redid King Lear, and it was Japanese, using samurai swords as opposed to knights in shining armor, and that really spoke to me because not everyone can read Shakespeare or read English for that matter, and for a group of people to take a good story, they know it's a good story, to put it into a rich culture like Japan, and it makes sense. It makes sense. I think stories, telling stories, there are only so many good stories in the world. You can put a new texture to it, you can put new characters, you can put a new spin on it, but it's always the same stories. And if one good story exists in one place, then it's scientific to kind of put it into another culture, change like one or two things, and that story will bloom and let it grow. I think overwriting or overthinking is a huge problem of a lot of stories that I see these days. So less is more kind of approach is sometimes necessary, and evidently it was great in this one, because I think it's a Western story, got taken to Asia, and now it's in Cantonese, and now it's being taken back to the UK, and I think that's just amazing how that can conceptually, a story can be transported to all these different places.
Absolutely, and it just starts the conversation again as to why it was a great film in the first place.
Yeah, that totally does. And different flavor, but I guess that's why you need to retell stories, because once a story gets old, the newer generation might not be interested in it. Like not everyone wants to watch Lawrence of Arabia. It's too long. I can't relate to it. But if you redid that, well, for example, Dune, when you redid the story, that was, whoa, that just blew my mind. I had to rewatch the first episode, the first series of films again, because I wanted to see them next to each other, compare and contrast. I mean, that's not for everyone, I guess, but when you do retell old stories, there's room for learning, room for observation.
Absolutely. So are there any other aspects that you'd like to pursue in the industry?
I've always wanted to write, obviously not in Cantonese, but I've always written journals, and I love to write down my feelings. I mean, that hasn't materialized to become anything yet. I'm lagging on writing more journals, but I do like the idea of telling stories, and maybe that's something in the future. Or actually, I'm looking forward to an English script. I mean, if this is a Cantonese film, it's in the UK, I would love to do a UK film for the UK. That would be really wild too for me.
Awesome. So with the popularity of streaming services, what do you feel the future of cinema is?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
It's a big question, I know.
That's a tough one. Well, I still go to theatre. I still go to the opera,
Yeah, me too.
ballet. It's become, well, variety. Let's just say in the future there'll be a lot more variety, whether they be real actors or AI actors. There's more versions of, there's more mediums to speak. But I think film will never be replaced. It's to me, theatricals are a dream that's on stage, but a film, that happens in your mind, and you can replay it, you can replay it, and you can replay it. It's something that I really like about this medium, because it's like a dream. It's being able to relive the dream. I want to go back to the 33rd second. What was that? And while I think streaming services are similar, I think when you make a film and it's not HD, and you've got like shadows and shimmering lights and what comes to mind, A Beautiful Mind. Russell Crowe looks at the punch bowl, and then he looks at the woman, his girlfriend's jewelry. I don't know if it's his girlfriend, but the woman's jewelry. He can kind of say, "Oh, that looks like the punch bowl and the image on your neck, and kind of that jewelry." And you can write stuff like that, but HD doesn't translate that sort of thing. It needs to be blurry. It needs to have gray area, I believe. So film having a certain texture or having a certain color about it actually conveys a stronger story, stronger message, I think. But who knows what's going to happen? It's maybe we won't need to watch films or anything. Just plug a USB cable in here. I mean, I wouldn't enjoy it, but who knows? Who knows? I think there will be a lot of variety and a lot more to choose from, and film's not going to disappear.
Absolutely. Yeah, it won't. No, it is the community, the community experience as well, and just immersing yourself into a different world for a couple of hours can't be beaten. So what are you working on next that you can tell us about?
I'm actually filming TV series here in Hong Kong, and also I'll be going to China very soon. In China, I'm going to be working on, I can't tell you all the details, but what I can tell you is that we're working on technology that hasn't been used there before, changing the way films are being made. Maybe it's probably been done already in the US or maybe the UK. I'm not 100% sure, but what I like is, like, in China, they're becoming really, really smart in taking certain ideas and making it available to a wider audience. And there are benefits to that. And I guess I don't need to go to Hollywood, and I can try it in China first. That sort of mentality. Like, a lot of things are more available, and I'm really looking forward to it. Trying this new technology. Wonderful.
We'll look forward to that. And so, just finally, where can we find you online to keep up with everything you're doing?
Sorry, where can you find me online?
Yeah, like your social medias or website, anything
like
that.
Yeah. I'm a Mr. Adam Pak. I'm there, and always there, actually. And what I do is I try to, because I have a lot of fans around the world, many in the UK, Japan, and these are all Cantonese people that used to be in Hong Kong, and they kind of drifted elsewhere. And what the most positive message that I can give them is that you're not alone. I'm like you. I was in Australia. I didn't really speak Cantonese. Now I speak Cantonese, and you can also enjoy Cantonese films or Cantonese as a culture. This is, a big thing for me and my fans. We're not alone.
Awesome. All right. Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's very early for you, but thank you very much. Take care. Have a good day. Take care.
You have a good day.
You too.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Please follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram for more content. Bye for now.
攞個 point 出嚟講，
你即係而家結束咗我哋20年友情，
承認你自己做過嘅嘢啊！
你做咗啲咩嚟啊？點解你又咁做啊？
我應該轉做私家車。認咗佢我就俾你走。
you show what you can do. I hear a siren. Maybe you were wrong about me. I'm dangerous and still. Why don't you give me a sign, like the sea that leaves a trail along that shore? It's not your problem, it's mine. Everybody thinks that I'm okay. Sometimes I think I am too. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm waiting for the shockwaves to begin. Oh, won't you let me hold you for one time? Just a rainy day in a London cafe, a London cafe. So give me one last serenade. Say to me or swear at me till the night turns into day. And it was a shame when daylight faded, because we didn't notice at all.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.